Chapter 267, Cooperation of Wine and Thunder. A treasure that helps someone become unable to be killed. The crowd was in an uproar. To cultivators, the word undying was extremely tempting. Wasn't cultivation for the sake of achieving immortality? Now that there seemed to be a living example in front of them, how could anyone not be tempted? I suspect that it's the power of the Dharma treasures that allowed him to have a clone. We kill the clones every time, so it looks like we can't kill him. Li Bao voiced out some of his speculations. That makes more sense, Emperor Li nodded. Even if this treasure is just an inexhaustible clone, there should be the main body of the Dharma treasures and his own main body. Emperor Qian's gaze was cold. I'm not capable enough. I didn't find it. Jin Wuji was extremely ashamed. When he comes out, capture him and take a good look. As soon as these words were spoken, all the major factions were shocked. The blood-robed old ghost had caused a huge commotion and actually alarmed an existence like Emperor Jin. In the boundless continent, the most powerful cultivation sect was not a cultivation sect, but the master of a country. Their individual strength might not be the strongest, but the power they could mobilize was definitely the best. After all, it was the power of an entire country. Not to mention that Great Jin was a top-notch country. Even if they fell into internal strife now, a starving camel was still bigger than a horse. In the mystic realm, Sanchi had forced a team to retreat for the second time. He was already very calm. He glanced at some people who had once looked at him greedily. If you still want to kill me to snatch my treasures and points, you can come and try. No one made a move. The lesson was right in front of them. Before they had absolute confidence, no one would provoke him. After intimidating some people, Sanchi slowly collected the spoils of war. No one dared to take advantage of the situation. In the past, he usually dealt with corpses by burning them. Now that he had the blood dragon, he began to let the blood dragon devour them. Amidst the dragon's roar, the blood-colored flood dragon swallowed the corpses, one by one. As the blood-colored light jumped, white bones fell out. It was as if they had been corroded for many years. Their flesh and blood were no longer there, turning into bones. This scene made many people look wary. The blood-robed old ghost was so proficient in killing and arson and handling corpses. It was obvious that he had done this many times. Brother Song, do you need help? Xuan Buzhang greeted him. No, there aren't many people. Songqi shook his head. Nomological power surged out and condensed a clone beside him to deal with the spoils of war. He had killed more than 50 people, more than any non-dynasty faction. It actually did not take long to deal with the spoils of war. Since all the people from the two dynasties had left, all the points tokens were left behind. Many people were envious, but no one dared to be the first to snatch them. Songqi quickly collected the points tokens. He approached his token and realized that he could transfer points directly. After transferring all the points to his token, excluding the 500 points that Jin Wuji had lost back then, he obtained another 1,300 points. Coupled with his own 10 points, his total points reached 1,800. There was a ranking below the points shown on the token. It was dazzling. After reading it, Sanchi was surprised. I'm only second. I didn't get first place directly. His muttering made many people speechless. He was still unsatisfied. This old ghost relied on his own strength to obtain second place. This could be said to be something that had never happened even in ancient times. This secret realm was a chaotic battle that relied on one's own abilities. There were not many rules. Naturally, the more people there were, the more advantageous they would have. Usually, the descendants of the various dynasties would obtain the most points, followed by sects, clans, then the other forces. For cultivators who fought one-on-one, it was already a good thing that their points were not snatched away. However, this person had snatched the points of the two dynasties. Being ranked second made them envious, but he actually had a dissatisfied expression. Congratulations, young Master Song. You're the first person in so many years to suppress many dynasties alone and enter the top 3. Feng Wu walked over gracefully. That's right, Brother Song killed many geniuses. These are the people who would have encountered no problem to reach the perfected Golden Core realm. Xuan Buzhang sighed with emotion. These geniuses all had a strong foundation. In the end, they died here for nothing. The factions behind them would probably be furious. Don't say that. I was forced to do it. Sanchi shrugged with a helpless expression. Actually, I wanted to be a good person, but they forced me to become a blood-colored Asura. These words made many people speechless as they complained in low voices. Why did I see him provoke Jin Wuji? Although Jin Wuji is indeed a little arrogant, if he's a good person, I reckon he'll be considered the greatest benefactor on earth. I've never seen such a shameless person. He's still pretending to be obedient after taking advantage of people. Sanchi was thick-skinned. He ignored some people's ridicule and asked curiously, who's number one now? It's the Thunder Kingdom. He Changking pouted. They cooperated with the Wine Nation and took down the Alchemy Kingdom, forcing it to leave. At the same time, they defeated many cultivation sects, clans, and demon beasts and obtained a large number of points. Now, their points exceed 2,000. Sanchi looked over in surprise. In the void a few kilometers away, a young man in black armor with short hair and lightning patterns between his eyebrows was sitting cross-legged in the void with a spear in his hand. Surrounding him, streaks of silver lightning power pulsed, constantly being born and destroyed. It was filled with a destructive aura, making him look like the Thunder God. Behind him were more than 100 people, which was even more than what Great Jin looked like. This was not because Great Jin were weak, but because the Thunder Kingdom's royal family and other sects and clans were all acting as one. Next to the cultivators of the Thunder Kingdom, the tall woman in green from the Wine Kingdom looked at them quietly with another group of people. The power of the wine stats kept circling, showing signs of merging with the lightning power of the cultivators of the Thunder Kingdom. His name is Lei Gensheng. Although he looks young, has not young either. It's said that he has been tempering his body in the Thunder Spirit Pool since he was young and cultivates the Thunder Kingdom's peerless technique, the Nine Heavens Thunder technique. He usually keeps a low profile, but this time, he shocked the world by killing several demon kings in a row and defeating the crown prince of the Alchemy Kingdom in one move. His personal combat strength is very strong, comparable to a nascent soul. At this point, He Changking's face was filled with fear. The explosive power of a lightning element cultivator was very strong, even more terrifying than a sword cultivator like him. I didn't expect it to be him. I didn't pay much attention to him before. Sanchi was surprised. In terms of foundation, this person was ranked second from the bottom to the top. He was only slightly better than Li Ba. He did not expect him to have the greatest advantage here. It's mainly because Wine Nation is working with them. The power of wind and lightning has the effect of strengthening each other. Xuan Buzhang interrupted a little unconvinced. He looked regretfully at the graceful girl of the Wine Nation. The two countries are close to each other. We didn't have a good relationship before. I didn't expect them to cooperate so closely this time. It's a little beyond our expectations. From the rumors, she is very likely to marry Lei Gensheng. Oh. Sanchi was deep in thought. Coincidentally, the beautiful green eyes of the crown princess from Wine Kingdom was filled with ethereal thoughts. The Wine Nation has failed to reach the top a few times in a row, and the strength of the country is getting weaker and weaker. I guess it's under the pressure of the Thunder Kingdom man is preparing to submit to them. He Changking glanced at Xuan Buzhang. Don't get any ideas about her. Even if the Wine Kingdom doesn't cooperate with the Thunder Kingdom, you won't have a chance.